Before we had Joanna as our sleep coach, our baby was up every 2 to 3 hours, sometimes every hour. It got to a point where whatever we were doing just wasn't working. We were co-sleeping with him. He was in a bassinet, and then we started co-sleeping with him because the bassinet wasn't working. He would wake up every 2 to 3 hours, and we would try bouncing, rocking him. And I was breastfeeding him on demand, basically every 3 hours, and putting him back to sleep sometimes took 20 minutes and sometimes took an hour. Oftentimes, we were holding him to sleep through the night. We were exhausted by only getting 2 to 3 hours of continuous sleep a night, and we were too tired to focus on getting anything else done. And our baby was not eating solids very well for a 10-month-old. After 10 months of doing this, we started to look for help. And out of all the sleep consultants we talked to, we felt Joanna seemed the most competent and very genuine in wanting to help us.
Sleep training was a very tough process for us to get through. Actually, before we started working with Joanna, both my wife and I kind of read up online and tried something of our own, and it really backfired and failed. So we were especially hesitant about trying it again just because there's so much crying and there's so many tears. But like my wife was saying, we kind of got to a point where we realized we couldn't carry on like this anymore, especially only getting about 2 to 3 hours of sleep a night, if even that. And sleep in general just started to feel very stressful and something we didn't look forward to. And without it, we actually had no way of kind of recharging. So as we started to work with Joanna, though, she made us feel very comfortable with the process. She was a very reassuring presence, and she made us feel like we had a plan, we had someone we could talk to, we had someone who understood, and that in and of itself was huge because we felt like we were not on our own anymore and that we were working with someone who really knew what she was doing. She was also really good at taking our feedback. She initially had certain ideas and approaches that she would discuss. Obviously, she's worked with a lot of people. She has a huge amount of experience, but everyone is different. Everyone has different philosophies, and Joanna is very good at working with you to identify what you want. Although she has her own ideas and frameworks that she brings in, she's really good at merging and melding ideas. And especially my wife and I ourselves had significantly different approaches. Both she and I were agreeing or disagreeing with certain things, and Joanna had a really great way of helping us really understand what we should do, why we're doing it. For example, before we put our kid to sleep at night or even during the day, we used to talk with her every morning, and she used to help us identify what is our plan for naps, what is our plan for sleeping, and that kind of structure really helped us approach the whole process with a lot of confidence and a lot of energy.
One of the first things Joanna helped us with was eliminate all night feedings. She, of course, made sure that this is what we wanted. And she was the one who she recognized that our son was ready for this transition. And it was a very natural progression. She got him down to one feeding and then no feedings. And immediately after the feedings were eliminated, our son started eating solids much better in the day. And this also helped us prepare him to improve his sleep. It gave me a huge break after 10 months of waking up every 3 hours to feed our son. My husband wasn't able to help out at that time because my baby wouldn't take milk from a bottle. I had to breastfeed him. And so by eliminating it, there was no need to pump, there was no need to breastfeed, and my husband was able to help out a lot more at night times.
Joanna really helped us feel comfortable and confident with the whole sleep. Now we don't really worry about our son's sleep. He's an especially alert kid, so he still wakes up occasionally at night, but now putting him back to sleep is a 1 minute thing. It still sucks getting it up at night, but now we're actually getting our 7 to 8 hours of sleep, even though we do get up occasionally, and that's a huge step up from what we had before. So thank you, Joanna.
We really hope that parents like us who've struggled so much with sleep will take an opportunity to work with an amazing sleep coach like Joanna. We couldn't have done it without her, so thank you so much.